irritation for me when you're on set and someone says, "Arey, तुम्हारी TV में ये ऐसा होता रहता होगा." I think we as TV actors have a lot of power. जब promotion का time आता है तब सिर्फ हम काम आते हैं. That was the best day I had on set. He just picks whatever he likes, he does it, and then he just makes it such a character that everyone thinks, "क्या picky actor है यार."
I can't outsmart that. There's nothing called TV acting or movie acting, and like Mr. Shah Rukh Khan is on TV. So let's stop this conversation.
Exactly.
For all film-related interviews, reviews, and content, please like and subscribe to Pooja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Okay, with me is Team Duranga, and since there's this craze for everything Korean, so as I would say, the gatekeepers were the fans. Arey, Indian adaptation ban raha hai, and no one anticipated that this would do so well. Now you're back with a season 2. Why so? Because that had a season 1. And how
so there was always supposed to be a season 2 because we had it was an adaptation and that was a 16 episode show, so we had always decided that it's going to be split into 2 seasons. Yeah, of course we were waiting for the response, and the season did well, so here we are with the season 2. I don't think I have actually thought that, oh, it's a Korean adaptation, are we going to be as good as them? I think we just proved ourselves in season 1, and now we're just getting better in season 2.
And everyone wants to know, like, how much do you relate to?
Yes, I love your confidence.
At least I'm better in season 2. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, wow.
And you should have that confidence. And yeah, bet him myself.
No, it's actually thanks to him.
Not at all.
Are you as confident as her?
Well, see, I'm new to the party. He woke up in
It's a
season
good
1.
escape. That's a good
so
escape.
No. I'll
joking.
say I'm really happy. So much. It was a very hard show to do, but it was a very satisfying show, and a huge part of that is the team we work with, and at the forefront of that is Drashti, Amit, and Gulshan, along with So it was just a beautiful process, and I think that is always at the heart of it. Of course, the success of season 1 gave us a great platform because now the channel has confidence, the audience is also positive and is looking forward. So it's a very nice situation to walk into, and that gave us the opportunity to try more things, do more, whether it's a little bit action or treatment, things like that. So I think, overall it was, and it was luckily my second show working with Goldie as well. So we had a good rapport going. So overall it was smooth is the wrong word because every day was hard. Every day we were trying to push things, but very satisfying. That's how I would put it. And I think it's come across on screen, and I really can't wait for the audiences to react to it.
And the man who says he was really pushed here, Amit, I mean, pura change kar diya character, morally upright, protector se up now. Someone slightly dodgy. What was it like?
I don't think so. He's dodgy. That's definitely, I think, not my character. But yes, I mean, it's good to come out of comfort zone. You play these parts, and you start feeling that there's a part of you in it, and then you live with that glory. You can't fight it. But I think when you are offered a part like this, I think then you feel, okay, I can come out of my comfort zone and defeat all this and crush it. So I'm grateful that I got this opportunity to crush it and work with an amazing team of very elevated beings and people of immense talent and experience, with like Rohan sir, Drashti and Gulshan, and the other cast members and the team members that we have. So I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy with this opportunity, and like you said, we'll see what happens.
Wow. And you, I mean, now you're Ira again. Being a character through seasons, what is that like? And also your fans. She has a crazy fandom who are very loyal to her. They also want to know, how much do you identify with Ira, or is there a connect or a disconnect?
There is a connect where
you're suspicious of your husband?
No. I'm doing a very good job balancing the 2 jobs. And I think I am very righteous, and so is Ira. She is giving chances to her loved ones, and so do I. I think we both are very strong. And yeah, that's about it.
And also action. You did a whole lot of... That's about it.
Oh, that is me. That is me, actually. Sorry, thanks for reminding me. I think that is me. The whole action sequence. I think I'm obsessed with working out, and that really helped me. I actually enjoyed doing the action sequence, and I think that was the best day I had on set.
And was he the one who was getting your punches?
No.
Rather than
I'm glad it was none of the actors and they were stunt guys, because it's just easier, because if you give them 1-2 punches, doesn't matter. Bichare le lete hai chupchap. So
एक हुआ भी था ना?
I still, my eye is damaged.
whose eye is
Yeah.
damaged?
Like, no, not a big deal, but yeah, like
I
little.
told him.
Oh, you
I-
had a scar. Got
I
a scar.
just damaged somebody's
Yeah,
eye.
don't
That's
ask
not a
Mine.
big deal.
Mine.
She
No?
also got whacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I whacked someone's nose and someone whacked my eye. So yeah.
Proudly, she wears the scars of.
Oh,
her.
she was fantastic. And that was for us actually, it was quite far into the shoot. Otherwise, we would have, I think, reworked and put a lot more action in for her. It was great to see her relish it. And, that's, I think, for a director, the most exciting thing, whether it's action, whether it's when actors come hungry and want to do things. Amit has, like you said, it's a very different turn for him. But when actors approach it with an excitement, it makes the job really fun. And I think that's when you create new things, So that was really, really good for us. But yeah, the action, she was great.
Awesome. Also, Korea being the flavor, because I think now it's like most viewed across countries, Korean content. What do you think is the big draw for us to also now we are adapting? Because earlier we used to adapt the films, but up like that we have moved away from our obsession with the South and going to Korea to adapt there.
Well, I think one of it is a lot of it is written by women. So I think they really understand the kind of storytelling that can then connect to them. So that becomes a great base. And other than that, so you kind of have a sense of emotionally you're going to get a very fun roller coaster. And then they mix in different genres. In this case, we've got this cop and the serial killer and this whole drama around that. But the way they've twisted it, whether it's Samit Patel is the serial killer, throws Ira into the ultimate dilemma. So I think they have a way of doing our kind of masala in their style. So and it's this, but within that they don't get too melodramatic. I mean, they don't hold back either. They're wonderful emotional moments, but it's just the way that the treatment they've got, and I think they've been polishing it now over years and years, and they've got a loyal audience not only in Korea but India and so many places that. I think it's just good storytelling, but hopefully, yeah, we get to start telling our stories as well.
Absolutely.
In a short while.
Absolutely, and they soon adapt our stories as well. But also, it's this show is from the female's lens. It's her. She's actually, the men are around her, but it's her. What was that like for you? Was that a draw for you? And what kind of roles? I mean, for somebody who has immortalized her characters. Also, your fans want you to keep doing season 2 of Geet, Madhubala, everything. What is it like? How does it work for you?
I actually don't think so much. Like, it's a character, and when I'm on set, I actually listen only to the director. And now I was just telling him yesterday, like, now I've understood the concept of thinking and feeling and understanding. So I'm trying to put that forward. Playing Ira was very different for me. I think season 1 was very difficult for me versus season 2. I've played a very different yet very similar kind of roles in TV, where it's a young girl working somewhere, then getting married into a big house, and the drama, the family drama. And this was very different for me. It was very difficult for me to not do anything and just stand. Like, when people are talking, I have to just stand. And that is the most difficult thing, according to me, not doing anything and still being present there. I still remember the scene that Amit and Gulshan did. Is the first time they see each other. It's not a face-off, but like, yeah, face. Jo ghar pe aate.
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing in that scene. And I was so happy that I was doing nothing in that scene, because I was just watching 3 of them figure out what they want to do in that scene. And it was a treat to watch it, because it felt like, there were these 2 animals on set who were just doing animal flow. Like, one's trying to be one animal, the other's trying to be some other animal. And they just look. And I was like, wow, I actually don't want to do anything in this. I just want to watch them.
But she doesn't realize the scene works because she is watching them and we are watching it through her eyes.
And it's also tougher to be a silent spectator and emote while the others are doing action, they're expressing themselves.
So it's been a little difficult for me to play Ira out of everything that I've played till now. Season 2 was still easier because I think not like I would sit with him and discuss कि sir अब मैं क्या करूँ मैं क्या नहीं करूँ and all, but he's very easy. Like I don't know what he would say and how he would say, but it would just chalk it down for me. Like we did a scene, I still remember, where I had to do nothing. I had to just stand and say a line, and he just came and he's like, why don't you buckle your thing and take the line? It'll just look a little more natural. And when I tried doing that, I then realized that, oh, I can do this in a lot of other scenes and just play it cool and real, which is very difficult for me because that's not my learning.
Okay. To be cool and real.
Yeah.
No, there's different mediums, right?
To
Different
be
mediums work.
not doing anything and still doing a lot. I mean, we do a lot and still do nothing.
Which is true.
So, yeah.
Yeah, some things are more theatrical in their nature, like, Daily Show, sitcoms have that quality, whereas
like वहाँ पे अगर हम subtle करेंगे तो हमारा reshoot आ जाता है.
Yeah, no, I think you have to understand the medium you're
but
working
that is the
in.
medium, like, and I love my TV, so, but that is very different. So for me, it was a lot of unlearning. I used to keep anticipating everything and not listen, like, because over there, we don't have the time to listen, right? Like, we have to just finish our scenes and still act. Here, it's like you have to actually listen to what the opposite person is saying to react because it's taken very differently. So it was tough for me to play Ira.
Yeah. And here is the king of subtlety.
Oh my God.
He brings, he is. He actually, I mean, Amit, honestly.
You're kind.
No, I'm not. I've known you for what, 10 years now?
Yes, ma'am.
There is a quiet intensity that is in the characters. Are you like, do they come to you or are you drawn to them?
I think I'm just lucky. I have great directors and I work with good actors. It's the company you keep, you become. I don't know what to say. You're kind. Again, it's
kind,
like.
I'm just taking fans.
Also, I'll be very honest that, I mean, there is some design in it. But again, I contribute because I started my career with Gattu. He's a superb director. Tigmanshu Dhulia, Ali, Rohan sir now. I think I'm just lucky. I've actually, all my directors are under, like, he's a master of underplay. If you see his movies, like, there's this flow in them. I think that just kind of got into me. My education, my directors were hugely instrumental. The kind of movies that came to me. But I would like to say something, since we're talking about subtlety. Actually, in this, I'm actually 5 feet forward. Because I felt I'm very happy that I got to do this with Rohan sir because he's the best director for, at least for my character. I think I needed a person like this to be there. But this time, I think I thought that I have a character that I have to go forward, not inward. And yet while you are forward, find places where the audience can see your inward. I seriously don't know if I've achieved that, but that was kind of my intention. But I feel that this character had to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because not for effect or audience or, but because of the way he is. Like, for example, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson. I'm sure
Yeah.
it must be your top 10 favorite films. If Jack Nicholson didn't do anything in the hospital or while escaping or in his hallucinations, the film will fall flat. So luckily, I feel I had the courage to explode in this, and favorably, I think I was lucky that I had a great director who kind of was there to give me his nods. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Awesome. And now this is to the three of you. I mean, Rohan, I'll start with you because blockbusters, they're switching mediums from film. We have the web series. What is it? What we were discussing, is it tougher to create content now?
Well, on the one hand, the means of productions have become much easier. The what we can achieve now is way beyond what we could do 20 years ago. And sometimes that means 20 years ago, you'd think much more about what you wanted to do and be a lot clearer and precise about what you want to do. Yeah, we were talking about audiences also changing, but I think you have to just accept that we're always living in a dynamic time. It's a great time to create things. Now, the trouble is getting people's attention and holding their attention and not getting it diverted into some other, this is not about that. We're trying to entertain people for 6 hours, 8 hours, and tell a fun story. So I don't know. I think it's harder to, or it's rarer for now for people. Earlier, had television. Everyone would watch the same show, talk about the same show the next day. That culture is disappearing a little bit compared to what it was. So that's I think one. It's just a change that I think it was nice to have that people talk about the same thing. You around the water cooler at the office or whatever it is, and you can chat. Oh, what did she do in last week's episode, or the film that you saw on the weekend?
आजकल Twitter पे बात होती है.
Yeah, Twitter पे बात होती है, but like now you might have binge watched the show. I might watch it 2 weeks later. So we're not, as opposed to that, appointment viewing. We're going to watch it on Monday night, and Tuesday we're going to have our take on why it should be this or shouldn't have done that. So I think that maybe I'm romanticizing it. That was a nice point in time to be in. But there's no complaint. I think, like I said, this has been a fantastic process. I hope the audiences also enjoy it. But it was great to be able to tell a story like this. Join this team for season 2, and we had a lot of fun. And such 3 different actors, different approaches.
True.
And it's so fun to bring them all onto the same page in their ways. Not try to erase it from them, but use it and make the dynamics of what you're doing, really fun. So, Gulshan approaches things so differently. Amit does too, and now he's playing something very different to what he's done. So there's so many new things that you play with, and you just go with your instinct. And as each scene starts coming together, you start feeling good. Yeah, okay, we can now try to do 4 more things in the next scene. So it's been a blast. So I can't complain on the times we're in. Obviously, there's always room for a little more kindness in the world on the parts of everyone, but not holding my breath.
Absolutely, everyone is a critic. Everybody is like whatever, an influencer. But Drashti, coming, it's amazing your career. You've reinvented yourself also, and always been relevant. How has that worked? How does that work for you?
I've not really taken any effort to do that. It just happened. I've not given so much thought to it. And I think right now when it comes to OTT, I think I'm still very, very new. So I don't know what's in store. I don't know what's going to happen forward. I'm just taking each day as it comes.
I love her humility.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's her strength.
Exactly,
That's
you
her
do
strength.
not realize.
She's so unsure of herself, and I think we
No,
were
but
talking about
genuinely,
yesterday.
I've never taken that
It's a
effort
genuine
to
compliment
know
also. It's a
कि
genuine
क्या
compliment.
करूँगी और क्या नहीं करूँगी.
अच्छी बात है, to say it and to make things appear so simple, that also is a strength. I'm complimenting you.
I have no clue. I just said Drashti Dhami. बस 100 questions आ गए. इनके फैन से क्या खाती हैं, टर्की कब आएंगी, क्या मैसेज देना चाहती हैं. You have no clue. I mean, we really need to sit and do one live with you, yaar. I mean, it's amazing.
I know. I'm in touch with a lot of them actually.
There, सुन लो.
एक जन आ भी रहा है आज मुझे मिलने.
ये देखो, अभी बाकी सब jealous हो जाएंगे.
I know.
Never been lured by Bollywood, the charm of Bollywood.
No, I'm very happy in the space I am. I think where people ask how do you create the balance, I think I'm here right now, and that's why I'm being able to manage the balance, and I'm happy with it. I've never thought of getting into films or not getting into them. If kuch aata hai aage, then we'll see. But right now I'm just taking it easy. I'll see what happens.
And then King of Subtlety से एक और पूछना है. Also, you're very picky about what you do. I mean, is that like?
I don't know.
You think, calculate कि ये करूँगा, ये नहीं करूँगा. I mean, getting into Amit Saad's mind is going to take me
No,
a while.
I think you know what happens. It's not he's picky.
Huh.
He just picks whatever he likes. He
Huh.
does it, and then he just makes it such a character that everyone thinks, "क्या picky actor है यार, क्या मस्त character लिखा है." वो खुद ही वो character को picky बना देता है. There it is.
See, that's your compliment, Amit.
I think she answers from now onwards. She will answer for me. I think these are better answers.
Like I'm not picky. I just pick those characters and make them picky.
Because so you want to say anything, or do you think she's answered?
I can't outsmart that.
Amongst your 3 actors, who do you actually think was like who gave you a run for your creativity or thought process amongst the 3 of them?
Really, genuinely, it was so fun, and because they're all unique and they're not the same kind of people at all. That's what made it fun. And luckily, I got to work with Gulshan almost 13 years ago on Dam Maro Dam. So
Oh yes,
it was very early on in his career.
13 years.
Yeah, so that was a nice connection to bring back. And yeah, they just have very different energies. But what's common is they're all. I mean, this is hard. The work we're doing is hard. If you're working 12, 14 hours a day, it's relentless. You have to do 7, 8 pages.
What did she
Huh?
whisper?
I said we are used to it.
and so you can't do it if you're not excited to get up in the morning. So that for me is always the test. You get up and okay, we're going to really do something fun today, and whether it is going to be a day where it's just Drashti on set or all three of them, any of them.
He used to be the most excited the day he would know only Drashti and me are on set, because we would start discussing from 9 a.m. what are we eating for breakfast, and then lunch, and then the evening snack. That was our main motive to meet on set.
Yeah, so that's the edge that Drashti has on the other two. Gulshan is like a...
That's the answer to your question. That's the answer you were seeking. It is seeking you now.
Just food.
What I was seeking is
You're
seeking me now.
Exactly.
Exactly. But for the two of you, also what I like about these times are now the actors are no longer bound by the shackles. पहले होता था ना film actor है, ये TV actor है, वो करता है. Now an actor is an actor, which is really nice. Hats off to OTT. But I'll start with you, and then I'll ask him. You can answer his question if you want. What has been your biggest challenge in your journey, and how would you describe yourself as an actor in one word?
It's not been a challenge, but it's been a sense of irritation for me when you're on set and someone says, "Arey, tumhari TV mein aisa hota rehta hoga," and I do not agree to it, because my simple answer is like, have the capacity to act for those 14 hours every single day for 2 years and still have that audience watching you every single day, no matter what, at 8 a.m. They watch you, whether you're crying, laughing, or not doing anything, or it's just your back because you're unwell and your dupe is shooting for you. So you're literally not there in the show, only your back is, then still people are watching you because they want to know what's happening next. I think we as TV actors have a lot of power. So that is something, it's not a difficulty, it's just something I don't appreciate, because whatever I am today is cause of my TV, and like I said, that I'll never say never to TV, but that's it. Like, otherwise I think people have accepted me really well, and a lot of unlearning is on my way. I'm trying to do a couple of things that I shouldn't be doing when it comes to facing the camera, is what I'm just trying to learn for myself.
अभी कभी ऐसे लगा that
और जब प्रमोशन का टाइम आता है तब सिर्फ हम काम आते हैं.
वैसे कभी ऐसा हुआ
I think she just lost her modesty now. It's okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
वैसे कभी ऐसे लगा था that you were in character.
But it's true
normal.
though. It's true.
No,
it is
that's
true
not.
though. It is true.
Normal life में कभी लगा था, you must have told, pinched yourself, oh my god, I'm acting like this character of mine. ऐसा कभी हुआ था with anything?
नहीं.
So you just switch on and switch off.
Yeah.
Okay, ठीक है. So I'll ask him. इनका era mode is perpetually on or off?
I'm not on era mode right now.
No, she's
No,
never
it's
in
this bubbly.
era mode. I think she's a very flow person. I think one of her strengths, I think, is her candor, that she can speak about her own evaluation. I think it takes a lot of strength for any human being or any artist to be in an interview and just say, you know what, I'm unlearning. And that is her strength, and that is what makes her endearing on screen. I think any character she'll do will do well. In addition, sorry.
No. I was just asking you, since you said something so wonderful for you, what has been your biggest challenge?
So first of all, I'll add to what Drashti is saying, because first of all, nobody should undermine anyone and anyone's job, whether it's acting, whether it's in any field. It's not a good thing to do.
Yeah.
And in my 2 bits on television, because I am from television, and I wouldn't be here because if I was not in television. Every medium has an objective.
Yeah.
There's nothing called TV acting or movie acting, and like Mr. Shah Rukh Khan is on TV. So let's stop this conversation.
Exactly.
But in challenge, Pooja ma'am, I think my biggest challenge has been me. I think our biggest challenge is our mind.
Absolutely.
And to work and enhance your being and control your mind and keep it positive and keep it controlled and grounded is the biggest challenge. And I don't want to mark myself in it, but that's where I dwell. And I think that's where the whole fight is, and that's where the whole winning is.
Absolutely, and beautifully said. And that's also what duranga is all about. It's all about mind games. So before we wrap up, in a hashtag, describe yourself as a director, you both as an actor, and then I'll ask the last question.
I'll go last.
Can I do it for all of them?
Yes.
Yeah,
You-
please.
So you
Thank
say hashtag
Huh.
Ron
Hashtag,
no, so you'll say hashtag Ron Sippy and
Hashtag
I'll
Ron-
say the word.
okay, hashtag Ron Sippy.
I'm perfect.
Hashtag Drashti.
I'm perfect.
Hashtag Amit Sar.
I'm perfect.
There you go.
I think everybody should wake up in the morning and say that to themselves. I'm
It's a good
perfect.
affirmation, actually.
And hashtag duranga, we are perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
If you like this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.